Policy, right, so we can go for liberty, which will get us even more culture early on, which is pretty big. It will also make it so we have a slightly better possibility to found a couple more cities early on. Either that, or if we want to rush the Great Library, the aristocracy thing is pretty useful. Will help us get it done quickly. But I think at the moment it is important that we grab a couple of good cities, so we're going to go for the mixed tradition liberty opening. And these are almost dead. I'm going to kill them with scouts so that if we can, that we get some experience. Poke him with your stick. There we go. And the other scout won't reach that guy, so we're going to take him out with this Stockholm city. We have a spearman already from the Romans. I really hope they won't go and mess with me. I want this little city area around here near Well, we'll see what happens. See, this is the thing again. Whether her offer to give us 1 gold per turn for the embassy. Yeah, okay. She already knows the location of my capital anyway, so I don't feel like I lose out on much. That's another Pantheon gone. Got oral tradition. You should be fighting this, Caesar. Come on, man. Anyway, we've got our worker almost done. We're gonna move the warrior back to stay and defend our worker as much as we can. They should be taking out this camp. I don't want to take out this camp. I want them to do the work for me. We're close enough to the Celts that this might be an issue. Celts. I think it's Celt. This is a Celtic warrior. Hey, leave my scouts alone. Damn. That's... well, I mean, it wasn't horrible. But we were already a little bit damaged. I think we're just going to put ourselves in Fortify. We're on a hill and they have to attack over a river. So, it should be good. Right, workers finished. I think we might want to put out then the shrine. If we can grab that early Pantheon before it starts disappearing, maybe even turn it into a religion, that'd be nice. Alright, the worker, you go and build yourself a mine, and you stand and protect him while he does that. Can't believe we haven't gotten a single ancient ruin.
He who destroys a good book kills reason itself.
Right, this is the time. We can choose to start rushing the Great Library here if we want. That'll mean 20 turns of not much other progress, though. But we can just buy a shrine soon enough. So I think I might do that instead. Cancel the shrine. Just build a... We're still trying to build a shrine. How do we cancel the shrine? There we go. And then we have the Great Library on build. That'll be 21 turns. We might want to go into production, but if we do... yeah, well, it's gonna take a lot of turns. You need to go home. So 21 turns means that once it's done, we'll be able to straight jump drama and poetry. Which is nice, but we won't be able to straight jump philosophy. To do that, we need to get the calendar first. We might be able to do that, actually. We'll have to get calendar finished, which we can. And then we can get some other time for the... yeah, okay, let's go calendar. And then eventually we'll pick up some of the other ones as well. I'd like archery to be able to defend ourselves better. We can... I think I'm just going to get survivalism in, or maybe... Actually, scouting is pretty nice for the visibility range, but I do want to go inside my territory. You heal more inside your territory than you do outside. Alright, worker. Time to start building a mine. That'll be 5 turns. That'll help with the production. Ideally, it would be nice to cut down some of the forest as well to get some extra hammers, but I think at the moment building a mine is more important. Warrior, you stand here and protect. Scout can continue going. Cannot believe we even got a single ancient ruin. Right, policy here. Then, again, if we go Republic, we'll build even faster. In fact, you can see now it's jumped down to 17 turns. It's pretty strong. You stand here and you fortify until you're healed, my friend. You can see here our little unit list. 2 turns to make a mine. This guy is fortified, and this guy is the one that's free out and walking. That's another one. Let's buy a shrine. That means we should get... Oh, we need 12 for our Pantheon, so... few turns, and we should be able to get a Pantheon. Only there's something involving copper. Oh man, now it's going to be even more. He grabbed religious idols. Well, we have to do without that. Antwerp, someone's already met them, so we don't get 30 gold, we only get 15. But it's still okay. This... Oh, we gotta go get here soon with the settler. Are you done, worker, already? Nice. Okay, I'm gonna chop down some tree, some forest then. You're almost fully healed. Actually, I can probably send you to scout soon. Just stand here for now. Fortify until healed. Embassy. No, I don't want him to see exactly my land. I think I'm gonna refuse this. I don't really care about where he is, so... 11 turns to the Great Library. 38. It's not a particularly massively quick rush, but I think we might still have a shot at it. Especially if we chop down some forest. I'll give it a little bit of extra production for it. You go here and protect them. I think the scout can start moving now. It's almost up to full, but not quite. We want to take this out eventually, of course. It's going to be a pain in our ass the entire time.
So teach us to number our days, so that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
Alright. Calendar. That's solid. That means we can go off and get the cotton. And we can get the dice. I think we need a calendar for dice at least. Logical thing to go for then would be, I mean, pyramids isn't a bad start as well. I mean, those are pretty good if we can grab them. So we can try this, because we do have liberty for a reason. Give us a nice chunk of workers. But they'll have to be after the riding, though. I think I want to get the archery first, though. It's important to grab this initial defense. That'll make it way easier to take out the barbarians. You still chopping? You still chopping. Good. 10 turns? That's actually 9 turns. Yeah, I figured. Okay. You stay here and protect for now. Bucharest, 15. Again, already been seen. There are truffles there. Guess they're currently fighting. Another Pantheon fountain. Oh, that would have been nice to have the goddamn tundra. Oh, we've lost a lot of those Pantheons now. Religion isn't super important. In fact, I mostly just want to have Pantheon, not necessarily religion. We'll see what we can get if we still can get something. It's an ore worker. Oh, that's tempting to steal. I don't necessarily think we need to steal, but I think we do need to start building some farms. Because, damn, we're only a 3 city. We're smaller than our city-state neighbor, even. Oh, they're fighting here, too. I'm gonna scout out more here. There's gotta be some things left.
Poco offero, a te considerandum.
No. That's nowhere near worth it. Gold is nice and everything, but we only have 1 copper now, I'm pretty sure. No, we have 2. And he has nothing to trade with. Can we get 6 maybe? Skip that thing and give 7? 7?
Offero, a te considerandum.
That deal will work. Alright, now here's what I want to check though. Sometimes it doesn't take into effect what we actually changed. Deal. See? 7! We changed it to 5 and it's to 7 and it still changed to 5. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. Alright, well, there we go. Ruin, finally. That'd be useful. Celts. We are lowest on technologies. That's because we're rushing, I think. And we just hit that one, so. Oh my god. Barbarians everywhere. How's the farm going? It's done now, okay. That'll make it a little bit easier to build. 5 turns for the Great Library, so 37. Maybe faster if we chop down a little bit more. I'm gonna go help fight the barbarians, I think. So we'll be straight rushing the National College, which will jump us quite up in science. That'll be nice. Until then, another nice thing to start with is probably get down the animal husbandry so we can see if we have any nearby horses. And the wheels so that we can get water mills because they're really useful. Inside of that, I go for the masonry so we can get quarries and stuff. And get the pyramids out, but I'm going to go for the wheel. Jesus. Alright, there's Caesar. Being a little bit blocked in there, there's barbarians everywhere. So we're going to take some hits there, but we are on a hill, so we'll take... As long as these guys don't die before we get the... No, we don't. Alright, they took some damage, but they're still good. More policy. Alright, so, collective rule means we're going to get ourselves a settler. Excellent. And you finally... Oh, we became an archer. I really could have gone a lot better. I guess that's one of the least useful bonuses. That's part of why the Shoshone are so strong. You get to choose your own bonuses. They're really useful. Alright, settler, we gotta move up here and make a city there-ish. We're nearby to Mount Kailash and so on. You're gonna need an escort. Meanwhile, you can chop down here. Alright, let's hope this works. Take him out! This point on, it would be nice to have archers and spearmen and stuff, because we are walking through barbarian-filled areas. We cannot lose our settler. Here we go, finally a pantheon. Alright, do we have anything useful still left? I mean, we still have fertility rights, which is nice, but growth rate is actually not as good as it sounds. Generally, getting flat food is much better. But we have Earth Mother, so that's pretty solid. Extra faith for copper, iron, and salt, and we have a lot of copper. So I think this is a pretty solid choice here, really. Like, there's nothing else that looks that amazing. Could have got us a protection just to be more defensive, but eh. Extra food from camps. We don't really have that many camps close by. If we build a city here, but what would we necessarily build a city here for? I guess it's not half bad. Because we'd get the food from the deer and everything, but like the copper is useful mainly from... I think generally this will be better to go with the extra faith thing. So let's go Earth Mother. Suddenly gives us +4 faith return, so we might actually have a pretty decent shot at getting a religion and getting some of the useful religious buildings like pagodas or stuff like that. Alright, let's start getting a move on, get a settler on. We're going to found a good city over here, hopefully. The problem is we're going to have to deal with the barbarians. That might be an issue. Can we move closer over here yet? Yeah, they've moved a little bit, so we can sort of go in, although there's barbarians everywhere. We could gain a lot of gold and stuff if we end up... Alright, let's chop this down to make sure this goes even faster. We're almost done with it. Manila wants Temple of Artemis, and Bucharest needs a great profit. As you can see, by the way, the enhanced UI means that the entire screen isn't filled up with multiple. It's just, you can click on them for 1 and 2, and you can dismiss them both. It's great. I love this enhanced UI. Makes it so much better. Alright, they took out the barbarians. Nice. Means hopefully our scouts can stay unmolested. No, they got harassed. At least we're fighting back here. But oh, I want them to live because these guys still have the scout. Oh god, these guys still have the scout promotion. Ignore terrain cost. So we really want to run and survive. They have these guys have a unit promotion though. They're gonna need it. Survivalism or scouting or just heal up. No survivalism. Hope they don't catch us. Alright, warrior go that way, settler go that way. We're gonna walk near the coast. This is not a half bad place to found a city, but we really want to grab this. We really want to grab Mount Kailash. That'd be huge for faith and stuff. And of course being nearby to all the dyes and so on. Alright, we should be finishing the Great Library right now. Hooray!
Libraries are the shrine where all the relics of the ancient saints, full of true virtue, and that without delusion or imposture, are preserved and reposed.
Free tech. Fantastic. We can grab ourselves philosophy immediately. A big jump into the classical era. And we can also start working towards National College if we want, which would be big.
There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance.
Turn 36, classical era. Alright. Now we can start taking a look at the city. We really want more food, so we're going to start getting... why is this locked? Oh, it shouldn't have been locked. That was annoying. Anyway, we're currently stagnating, so we need to get some farms up and running. In fact, I might even set us to food focus. Actually didn't do any difference. We have... Oh, we need a granary. I think that's it. We just need a granary. Say that or jump straight to the National College. Our city's too small. We need more food. So the granary we go. Right, settler move. Warrior move. We gotta make sure we stand on the same spot, so it's just gonna get captured. Hope we don't get to fight with this. Romans. Alright, build a farm. We want to build a mine there eventually. But at least we have horses in our area. That'd be good for extra production, though at the moment it's all we need is food. We're still at 3 after all this time. That's a slow start. But it's not... Alright. Now the question is here, how far do we dare to move this guy? We do not want to run into any barbarians. We're still kind of close there. Maybe take one step and then fortify. Or at least we're blocked by... No, I don't want an embassy. I told you before. No embassy for you. The enemy has been spotted. Yeah, of course it has. It's over there. At least that's kind of good we don't have a mine here, because it would be pillaged. We have the happiness for a city, so I'm not too worried. I just hope that we'll have a decent... Oh, excellent. Let's stand on that hill. Very good vision. Now, looking at the places here where we want to be, we want to make sure that we are within range of Kailash, of course. So there would be a decent spot. But of course, we might want to be... we can't really be next to a river. We're going to have to do without the river. I think this is pretty much the best we can do. We could possibly go there. So if we're there, we have 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's turn on the hex grid. If we're there, we have 1. We need to make sure we are in range of the truffles. That'd be quite nice. So 1, 2, 3. That means we have to sit there. So then we can work the truffles in this area. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess this is where we're gonna build our, which would make us right next to a mountain. So another observatory city if need be. Let's see how that works out.